Hey, it's MK, and today I am helping Ginger's Corner celebrate 5,000 subscriber milestone. I'm super excited. I'm also using my leftover kit from Kit Conspiracy and the very last sketch that I did not get to from Christy's Beautiful Life, 30 Days of Sketches by Lori. I think it's called Rioch Ross. So I am so super excited to finally finish up with these sketches. And in true Ginger fashion, I am using all scraps except for my base pages. So I have 5 photos that I want to work with today, but I actually didn't intend to use all the photos. I have a couple pictures of when we are working our way to the boat. I call it a boat because I think it is fun to say, but I really know it's a ship, and that might bother some people, but the ship word might be misinterpreted if I say it too fast. So I just choose to say boat, you guys. I know I've gotten a lot of negative comments about the fact that I call it a boat. It's just super fun to say. So anyways, but I do have 3 photos. I'm just sharing with you guys all of the, I just cut myself off, all the scraps and things, because my video from yesterday got cut off when I was making the page kits. So I'm pulling together all of these 49 and Market papers with the Midnight Garden papers and the Good Vibrations papers. And then the embellishments are from 49 and Market, Midnight Garden, as well as Simple Stories. So I love mixing and matching all of my papers and collections, as well as using the collections in a whole. So all month long, we have been showing you guys how to use a collection within a collection, right? The whole collection, no mixy and matchy, unless we wanted to bring something in that helps us tell our story better. But for me, I love this part of it. This is the very last week of Kit Conspiracy is my favorite. Although I do love playing straight up with collections because they do all the work for me. But when I get down to scraps, I love mixing and matching my scraps, you guys. Like I said, Baby Got Scraps is my favorite month of the year, which is in January, where I get to take all my scraps and mix and match and make little kits out of them and just have fun. I usually make the kit and pick the pages later because as I'm building the kit, pictures come to mind. So that's how my brain works. So on this one, because Lori uses 3 photos on her layout, and I'm going to do her layout on one side and then stretch something over to the other side, I really wasn't sure where this was going, but in all honesty, I did not want to cut down really any of my ship pictures. I wasn't sure, am I going to do this as a single page layout? Am I only going to pick one photo? What is my game plan here? I know I can cut the rotors down that were hanging in the building. I know I can cut those down smaller, but I didn't want to cut down my ship boat pictures any smaller at all. I wasn't too happy that I got a stop sign in my photos, but it's something I didn't notice until I'm playing with the photos on the paper, right? Now that red really sticks out like a sore thumb, but in return, it also helps me bring in the plum from the Midnight Garden collection. So, and of course, all of these peachy pinks within the Simple Stories collection. So I'm able to make the colors work based off of what was in my photos unplanned. I did not plan this at all. I just picked these pictures because I felt like they really went with this little page kit that I had going on, especially the gold rotors up in the sky in the building. So just super fun. Okay, off camera, I trimmed down those rotor photos, but I decided, this is where I made the decision. I did not want to cut down my boat pictures. I just did not. I wanted that full scale. Here is this giant boat we're getting ready to get closer to and closer to. And even though it looks really small, far away, the closer we get to it, it's ginormous. And it wasn't until we got to our first port when it was parked to a sister boat that we realized how big it really was. Oh my gosh, it was insane. enormity of this boat. So I'm hoping to get a little bit more detail for you guys and specs on the boat in a later date. But today is just us heading to the boat. And so we took a few pictures on the windy road up to, I don't know if it's called a pier, a dock. I think it's called a pier, to embark on, or disembark. No, embark on the boat. Oh, golly. I don't remember, you guys. Help me out. Disembark is get off. Embark is get on. I think that's the way it goes. So I'm going to play with my papers a lot right here, you guys, because I really want to do Lori's layout justice, but I really don't want to get rid of any of my pictures. So how can I stretch this across? So the first thing that I did decide to do was only do 2 pictures on Lori's layout. And then I'm going to not put them on the left because that is where my giant, it's more like a title, but it's not really a title. It's just going to say remember and then the date. And then I'm going to have a subtitle over there that says live every moment, right? Or live in every moment. So something like that. I think it's just live every moment. But I wanted to really use this Good Vibes paper. It was the perfect mint color match to the 49 in Market paper. I couldn't believe it. I used 2 of them on the smaller photos, but I really wanted to bring it over into the right side just because of the fact that I kind of want to, I don't want the 2 sides to match or to mismatch. I guess they could be companion pages rather than a double page spread. But at this point, I really wanted a double page spread. So I decided to Frankenstein a photo mat together. So that way I can get that color over, even though it's not really noticeable. I don't know why I stressed. I also decided to not use my other Heidi Swapp embossed cardstock because, as you can see, I'm covering up the whole thing. Like, you won't even see it by the time that I'm done because I do end up bringing over this plaid to the other side. So that way I don't bring the 49 in Market paper over because I really feel like it's too much work. And instead of doing banners up in the upper right on Lori's sketch, I bring the whole paper down. I'm just going to have one strip coming down and her photos. And then here's what I really, really, really wanted to do with her sketch was take those almost like bokeh print 4-leaf clovers. And this paper was what I instantly thought of was this Heidi Swapp embossed paper. I've had it for years, you guys. I don't even know if it's available anymore. But I remember it, and it's a really fun technique to use, and it's super fast technique. So I just took whatever was left on my brown blender brush, my light brown blender brush, because I have light and dark, and I just blended out that pattern so you could see it. And now I've got my bokeh look, per se, coming out of and finishing off my layout, right? I've got that going for me, even though I don't really have any other angular positions like that. I don't know the words, you guys. But yeah, I just really do like that effect. And that was definitely one of the strong points of Lori's layout that I pulled out of her sketch, not layout. I'm sorry. So anyways, that's, I did adapt it to my needs. I did adapt, but there's one things that I love about sketches is you pull off what you like. I actually took a class a long time ago, and this lady, the teacher, took the sketches and cut out bits and pieces of what she liked about each sketch from 3 sketches and made her own sketch using all 3 pieces. So she liked this, she liked that, and she liked this, and then laid it all out on another sheet of paper to where she could kind of move them around. I really like this. And then this way she can flip the element that she liked back and forth and upside down and all this stuff to take her vision of what she liked from all of them and made a brand new sketch. And I loved it. I really did. And so since then, I have been doing the same thing, not really cutting up my sketches, but I've been pulling elements from sketches that I really do like in order to, nope, M is not the right word. In order to incorporate them on my layouts. So that is how it works. And it's perfectly fine as long as you let people know where you got that element for your layout, right? Give credit where credit is due. So again, we are helping Ginger celebrate her 5,000 subscriber milestone. Wow, I am blown out of the water. I really, really am about that. Super stoked, super happy for her. And in case you guys don't know Ginger, she has a channel called Ginger's Corner. And what she does is basically makes embellishments out of her scraps and then swaps them. So in her Facebook group, she has lots and lots and lots and lots of swaps going. I don't know if they're going at the same time or if it's a monthly swap or a weekly swap that she has going on, but she has an entire video on how it works, the properties of it, hints and tips of how to make it easier, all the goods on her little swaps going on. And then every now and then she does do layouts showing how to use those embellishments that you receive in your swaps on the layout, right? So she collects them and gets them and then coordinates them, to where that way she can have 3 already ready made or 5, depending on, your size of the layouts, already ready to go. And it makes fast pages, you guys. It really, really does. I do encourage, if you have not yet, go check out her layout or go check out her channel, which is Ginger's Corner. And of course, there'll be links for them all down below. There's a huge list of links down below of everyone helping her play along. I also have links for Christy's Beautiful Life if you want to go check out all of the sketches that Christy has available. She's got 15 sets, so 15 series of sketches. 30 times 15, I can't even do the math. That's how many sketches Christy has available in this Facebook group for inspiration for you guys to get started or get unstuck if you guys are in a rut, things like that. And loads of inspiration from other people doing the sketches down. So like if you click on a sketch and then you look in the comments of that sketch, you'll find all the inspiration of everybody's layouts to go through. So tons and tons of inspiration for those sketches, you guys. It really is super cool. And then, of course, Kit Conspiracy, it is coming to an end. I do apologize. Tears running down my face. But Kit Conspiracy is just a series that Janet Fritz and I do. Her channel is also linked here if you want to go and see what she did all month long with her Kit Conspiracy kits. But we take 4 kits, 1 per week, and we work with just that kit. So that way you have ideas if you bought said kit, or you have a similar kit to it, because we do know down the years, kits are starting to look the same, or at least have the same color scheme, right? They might not be the same theme, but they definitely are the same color scheme per se, or at least they remind you of a kit that you might have that might not even be the same color scheme. It's just a memory, right? Things like that. And so we share with you guys all month long or all week long that one kit. With our busy schedules, we guarantee at least 3 videos a week. But sometimes we just get so in the moment and the kit's already there and we're in the groove. We end up doing way more of layouts than what we have guaranteed, right? So that is Kit Conspiracy. And then, of course, my favorite part of Kit Conspiracy is this one right here, where I get to mix and mingle my kits. So I've got the 4 kits, and now they're all just scraps. What do you do with the scraps? Now, this is my favorite thing, is to turn around and mesh them together and make little page kits. I ended up making 5 yesterday, but the video got cut off because my children came home right before I finished, and I forgot to turn the camera back on. So that is my fault. I apologize. So I will be sharing the kits with you guys. I will. Maybe not all in order, but I do end up making all 5 of the kits that I put together. And I'm happy to say that I did end up using everything And then the things that I struggled with and didn't inspire me ended up putting in my give take table items for the next crop that I go to. So that is what I do with my scraps left over from my kit. So back to the layout, I really envisioned with these flowers and these rub-ons and things like that, a really grand border going down the side of my photos. And I really wanted to incorporate the rub-ons and the flowers and things. Now, it's not necessarily that we went to Paris, or it's not necessarily we went to New York, but we are getting ready to go on a vacation. We're getting ready to travel. And these are very famous traveling icons that I thought went really well, even though those weren't the places that we went. I just felt like I felt like they made it work, right? Now, this pink little flower here, I am struggling with because I cut it off. So I'm cutting my larger embellishments, especially if I'm just going to tuck them. Then that gave me more flowers to spread throughout my layout. But I do end up struggling pretty hard with that pink layout, or that pink flower, because it's going in the wrong direction. Now, I really do like it right there where it's at. I don't know why I didn't keep it there. I should have left it right there because I really do like it. But where it ends up, I do like it there too. So I'm okay with that. I'm taking a larger cluster and putting it over with my my title cluster that was pre-printed from Heidi Swapp. Just to bring in a little bit of color over there. I like also too that on the floral, in the background of the floral, is more printed letters. So it blends in really well with what Heidi has done on her paper, on her base page. So I'm super happy with how that looked. In fact, it just kind of made me like giggle, because I love it when things come together like that. It is just so fabulous. I do end up adding tiny word stickers. I don't know if I do it here on the layout or later after I take all the pictures and things. But just to fill in a little bit of what I felt like were gaps in my floral clusters, I added a few tiny word stickers. Some of them say journey, some of them say travel, some of them, I think another one says, enjoyment or something. I'm not sure. But they're just the tiny word stickers that helped me fill in some blank spots that I felt the flowers had after I chopped them up. So again, I'm still working with this pink flower, trying to get it to work. I kind of like it there, but now it looks like the branch is cut off and so it doesn't go anywhere. And then I put it over here like it goes behind my other photo on the other page. So I'm thinking, and it didn't work there either. So what I decided to do was chop it apart even more and tuck it where at first I liked it, but it was too high. And I brought it down a little bit. And now I'm just trying to figure out where to put this last little bit of greenery. And it does end up going back with its pink flower, its pink owner. I just don't, it just makes me think, do I like it there? No, but I do like it kind of sticking up here. It helps me share that it is behind the photo and there is more to it, right? That's where I was going. So the original letters that I had picked out were a little bit too tall. I wasn't anticipating that for where I wanted to put the date. So I pulled out these chalkboard letters. I don't really know exactly what they're called. But I'm just going to put the date, 2/18/24. That is all that I am going to put down in this date. I do have to shift it quite a bit to get it to fit in my little date label area thing. But I like how it overlaps the remember. I just feel like it goes with the rest of Heidi's design. I really liked that. Off camera, I am going to glue those down. And then I found that on the other side, there was these geotags. So I went ahead and I brought in 2 geotags, which also helps me bring this pattern throughout my layout. So it's not just in the title. Now it's in 2 other clusters. So now I have 3 of these. And last but not least, I'm going to go ahead and use whatever is left on my light brown distress tool. And I'm going to just go ahead and scruff up the edges and kind of blend it all in and give it more of that chic Victorian look. I don't even know if that's what I went for, but that's the vibe I was getting. by the time I was done. And so I thought that this would help, especially when I used it in off of Lori's layout on my Heidi Swap paper, but I didn't use it anywhere else. So, all right, you guys, that is my layout for today. I am super, super happy with how it turned out. I love the little addition from Lori's sketch. I love it. Even though I didn't play with her sketch entirely, I really tried. I really did, but I pulled out what I wanted to from that sketch. I took the live every moment and incorporated that in that border, which is also what she did with her long title in between the two photos. So I like that. And again, I do end up adding some tiny word stickers in the blanks of my floral pieces where I felt like there was a big giant blank. But unfortunately, I don't have pictures of that. But you can kind of see where the blanks are and where I would add them. And of course, so that way they are not just stuck on there, I scuff them all up. Lori, thank you so much for such a great layout. Don't forget to check out all those links down below if you guys are interested in any of these series. And don't forget to go give Ginger a shout out and a congratulations on her 5K. All right, you guys, thank you so much, and I will check y'all later. Bye.